Okay, so today we are in Clayton Heights, Surrey BC. I have a lot of people that follow me from like Calgary, Ontario, all these other places in Canada that have probably never seen this neighborhood before. This is one of my more favorite neighborhoods in Surrey. In fact, I actually used to live in that house right there. So I lived there for about 2.5 years. And I loved living here. Like, if you talk to locals, people who kind of live in Surrey, a lot of people don't have a lot of good things to say about Clayton. And the reason being is it's pretty dense here. And the reason being is so all these houses have a coach home, right? So they're about 1.5 million bucks now, but there'll be a basement suite that's usually a 2-bed, 1-bath basement suite. And then on the back, you can kind of see they have a coach home, which is a garage. And on top of it, it'll be like a 1-bed, 1-bath suite. So it creates a parking issue, right? Because you'll literally have 3 families living in one house and look at how many houses there are. And the result of that, because of the density here, it's like a pretty ripe location for like car break-ins and petty theft like that. But that being said, that's going to come with any area that has density. Now, the amazing thing about these homes with the coach homes on the back is they rent for like almost 7,000 bucks, right? Because I already can see the comments of, oh, why would you pay $1.5 million, right? Well, if you were to buy one of these, let's just say you upgrade from a townhome, right? And you buy one of these houses at 1.5 mil, well, you rent the downstairs for, let's just say 2,000. You rent the coach home for, let's just say 1,600. $3,600 of your mortgage is now covered. And I would say that's probably being pretty conservative. You might even be able to get more. You might even be able to get closer to 4, depending on renovations, how new it is, the size, and everything else, right? So for somebody who's upgrading from a townhome or a condo who really wants a detached home, this is a really good area to do it in because I would say it's a family-oriented area. At 1.5 mil, again, it might even be cheaper than some townhomes. If you have a $900,000 townhome, it might be cheaper to buy one of these houses than your current living arrangement in that townhome, right? Now, this area is, what else can I say about it? You're very close to Langley City. Pardon the interruption, but I actually ended up coming to Willowbrook Mall. I got to go to the bank. So I just wanted to give you guys a glimpse of what it looks like. They got the new tap and barrel there. I've been there at night. I don't drink, but my friends do. And then they have, I don't know, they had like a Nordstrom here. I don't know if they got rid of it, but they have some pretty trendy stores to buy clothes here. Look, they got the Hudson's Bay there. That's a massive part of the mall, so I don't know what that's going to be now that they are entering receivership. But this is, part of Langley, so you got Superstore right there. And then there was a couple bars on the way coming in. Haven used to be Town Hall, now it's something else. It's like Night Owl or something like that. And then going that away, whole bunch more amenities. But here's the mall right here. Clayton Heights, if I were to point in the direction, is a couple blocks up the road that way, right? Which has, Cactus Club, Earl's, it has breweries, the SkyTrain is coming there. So there's going to be a SkyTrain station, I don't know, I don't want to guess, pretty close to like 10 blocks. Like you could easily bike from here to the future planned SkyTrain station that's probably coming around 2030-ish, somewhere around then. And for that reason, that's going to really increase the buyer pool in this neighborhood because it's going to be more commutable. You'll be able to live here and get to downtown Vancouver in about, an hour, something like that, without having to drive really and use your own gas, right? Within here, there's some really good schools. They built a brand new one up at the hill called Catsey Elementary, massive elementary school. They've also got sushi up there. They've got a little corner store. And everything in this neighborhood is probably post 2006. So it's all pretty brand new. Lots of schools within the neighborhood. Lots of amenities very close by. But at the same time, you're immersed in a residential neighborhood. Right? So you have all the amenities literally at the bottom of the hill down there, 3 blocks down the road. But here you don't really feel the effect from those amenities, right? Because you are secluded in a residential neighborhood. Now, these are the detached homes at 1.5. But you can get townhomes here, 3-bedroom townhomes that are maybe built sometime in the 2000s. Ooh, I want to say around like high 7s, maybe like 780, something like that. And then if it's newer, mid 8s. And then if it's newer with a double car side by side and 1,500 square feet, you're going to be over 900,000 for that. I just showed a condo at the bottom of the hill, 2-bed, 2-bath, almost 1,000 square feet. I think it's 980 square feet. I think it was 2011 build. And that thing's listed at 565 right now. So, you know, these were units that would have been over $600,000 all day long, probably 650, maybe even high 6s at the peak. And this is where a lot of people will end up who move to Surrey because of the access to amenities, the density, how many options there are here for young families. And it's actually a sub area in Cloverdale. So like Clayton Heights is actually located in Cloverdale, but it's not really like Cloverdale. Cloverdale is a bit older. Cloverdale is a very nice area. It's just, there's not a lot of inventory there for first-time home buyers. So if you're a first-time home buyer buying anything in the starter market, whether it's a detached or a townhome or a condo, this is a really good location because you have lots of good schools close by, you have lots of amenities close by, and it's still relatively commutable. Like, you're probably 12 to 13 minutes away from the highway, but you're not sitting in any traffic as you drive there because you can drive down a bunch of back roads on the way there until you get to 176th Street, which is like a 4-lane highway, but there's really never any traffic, right? So this is just one area in Clayton Heights, but this is a massive sub area. There's a gym, there's a grocery store 5 minutes down the road from here. Anytime Fitness is there. Or you can go to, it's not called Steve Nash anymore, it's called Fitness World is another really good gym, like 3 minutes down the road there. Like I said, yeah, Langley City's right there. Everything is right there, everything. The Willowbrook Mall, any restaurant you want to eat at, stores, cafes, breweries. There's even wineries not too far away from here in the rural areas of Langley, probably 10 to 15 minutes from here as well. So yeah, I mean, townhomes, 3 bedrooms, probably high 7s. You can get it detached with a coach home, 1.5. If it doesn't have a coach home, you can probably get it in the 1.2s. And then, you know, your 2-bed condo is probably in the mid 5s if it's like 10, 15 years old. If it's brand new, it's going to be a lot more than that probably. You're over 600,000 for that. 1-bed condos, probably around 500,000, maybe high 4s, again, depending on the age. So yeah, I mean, that condo that I mentioned in the video is a pretty good deal. You're not going to find too many condos at that price point. Most of them are going to be closer to that 600,000. But yeah, let me know in the comments. What do you guys think about Clayton Heights? Do you think this is a good area to live? Would you raise a family here? You know, I've lived in a lot of places across Surrey, and this was probably my favorite. This was probably my favorite place to live personally. I was young when I moved here. I was like 19, and it was a really good area for young people, right? So yeah, let me know what you guys think. If you enjoyed this, like, subscribe. If you want to chat with me about buying or selling in Clayton Heights, book a call with me down in the description. Peace.